What is up, everybody? Welcome to a Risk of Resources tournament. This is the Roadmap 2nd edition tournament, and we got some loads today for you guys. And we got some racers playing. Let's check out who's playing first, what the loadouts are, what the whole deal is. So we have two brackets, and bracket A is going to be Confused, Cabbage, Tyler, and Deklowski, which is going to be the one we're going to start on today. Bracket B is going to be Snek, Faku, Goji, and Ruddy. The format for today is, let's just check the loadouts real quick. We have all of the abilities for all of the characters today. So we're going to see every single ability from all of the new characters across the roster, just split in half, because there are 6 abilities for every single one, which is kind of interesting. If we go back to our bracket, we can kind of see that the first bracket on top, they're going to play Seer Chef. The second bracket is going to play Icebox Chef, and so on. The winners of Loadout 1 and 2 are going to go to Loadout 3. The losers of Loadout 1 and 2 are going to go to Loadout 4, and so on. You can follow the lines. It'll make sense. And we'll fill this out as we get moving here. Anyway, let's start off the tournament. Super strong here. The first loadout for Chef. We have Seer, Roll, and Glaze. So this is default Chef, actually. And the second Chef we'll see today is full all abilities, actually.
Talking to people before the race, I think the second loadout's probably a little bit stronger. But it is very frustrating to play with oil spill and not other mobility. So thankfully the racers won't have to deal with that for this first loadout. Have that nice mobility with the roll.
Roll is so powerful. By the way, if you haven't seen it, you can actually skip pillars with no items on Chef, just by rolling against a wall and flying all the way up. It sounds almost unbelievable, but it's that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, I hope they don't take that out. It is such a fun skip to watch, and it's actually a pretty difficult skip as well. So I'm interested to see who will actually do it. Oh, and we see a brilliant behemoth being picked up already.
Already on Cabbage. It should be a chest that everyone does open. It's right next to the Halcyon Shrine. I would actually be pretty shocked if someone doesn't get it. But and it also a runic lens from the Halcyon Shrine as well. So this is a very, very strong Chef loadout already.
Deklowski's just moving though, recognizing how strong these first 2 items are and just saying, hey, I need to go fast if I'm gonna win this. Let's get to stage 2. Which I like the play.
Cabbage found an electric boomerang also. This is the craziest start to a run I've ever seen.
That is insane.
and gets a band as his 4th.
Wow. And so let's just remember what we're playing for in this loadout. So all that matters here is getting 1st or 2nd place. Correct. It doesn't matter. There's no bonus points. Doesn't matter how far you were behind them at all. It's just 1st and 2nd is going to move on to that winner's bracket. And 3rd and 4th, regardless of how quick they're going to head down to losers. Oh, we have 2 Void Seeds completely overlapped on stage 3 Sulfur Pools as well. That is horrible. I'd be surprised if they cleared these seeds at all, actually. Oh, and I'm a little scared for Deklowski.
That's a fall damage death for Deklowski. It's a little bit scary on Eclipse 8. That is the one thing about Roll.
It is.
You kind of gotta worry about fall damage a little bit more than normal. It's tough. It's a tough line to walk, honestly. Just trying to figure out the movement here. We also see a Void Band from stage 3. We see Confused pick that up right away. Unfortunately, they didn't. Just another red. It's a frolic. Unfortunately, Confused didn't get the Jaros Band stage 1, so... But at least they got something to work with here. Just gotta be a little bit careful.
Is a little bit behind the pack here. Does have a couple extra strong items with that Kajaro's Band, with that electric boomerang. But he will need to speed it up here if he wants to catch up with Confused. And I am interested about Tyler here. It looks like Confused is in a really comfortable lead here. Tyler and Cabbage, on the other hand, are kind of neck and neck here.
So let's see how they do here.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Tyler. Jesus. That might be a +5. No, it looks like they're doing okay.
You got it.
That was crazy.
And Confused damage is massive.
I mean,
a combination of Behemoth, a couple crit,
The ATG, the Shuriken, like...
Oh, and Cabbage actually opting to do the Halcyon Shrine on stage 4, which is really interesting. I guess just recognizing how much damage he has, realize it'll be a little bit faster. Which I kind of like the play, because now when we compare Tyler and Cabbage, Cabbage can leave the stage right now, and Tyler's still charging for another 30 seconds.
That's true.
They are pretty close, but I say that, and Cabbage continues to loot, so...
And Confuse is on the moon, by the way. So
wow.
You're going to want to look at Confuse's movement here across the moon. It's going to be really interesting, especially when he gets over towards the other side of the map, which might take him a little bit here, but we'll point it out to you when Confuse is going to start some skip shenanigans.
We see Duklowski is on the moon as well now, of course, trailing by 15 minutes with those +5s, which is...
That is brutal, man.
Not the deal with.
And the worst part, it wasn't even to like enemies or anything, it was just a movement. All right, Confused angle right here. He's going to do the skip. He's going to run against this pillar. And look at that. Just goes all the way up. And this is the part that Goju was talking about earlier, the worrisome part. Can we get around this lip here with roll on Confused? And it looks like we do. What a clean execution of that, too. That is wonderful. This is the trickier part, it is for sure. I think there's a couple ways you can do this as well. Oh. Looks like they kind of messed up there. They're going to go back down and reset if they can. Going to take a lot of fall damage, though. Oh, too much fall damage, actually. That's brutal, man.
I think what we're really looking at here, though, is Tyler and Cabbage. Tyler's already onto the moon. If he can get up the arena quickly, Cabbage is going to need to catch up. I mean, it's very rare we see Cabbage being the last person to go onto the moon, but that is the case here.
New stuff and all that. Confused, by the way, in phase 2 of Mithrix already. Being really aggressive with that roll as well. Yeah, there we go. Cabbage is here. I will like to see if Cabbage does the skip also. Looks like Tyler's heading over to the skip spot, or one of them. There is another spot you could do this at the soup. Ooh, there's an afterburner there. He's thinking about it, but he's not going to do it. He has that ATG in that band, but look at that speed. And with the Gorag's Opus making it all the way up, that was a really good use of that, by the way.
Does take a lot of fall damage there. Yeah, it's tricky because you don't want too much speed in
No, man. It hurts, dude. It hurts. The falling. Tough.
And for everybody watching thinking, oh, why does he keep doing this? It's difficult. It's really easy to just accidentally launch yourself off a little piece of terrain that's sticking up. And I mean, the reason the pillar skip works is because you get a lot of momentum when moving upward. And we do see Cabbage going up right now.
Confused is entering phase 4, by the way. Didn't quite get a phase 4 skip. There is a very, very easy skip with Chef, by the way. So this kind of sucks for them, because someone else might get that skip, and obviously they're in the lead now. But if you just hold the cleaver on the ground, it definitely just skips. So.
And yeah, Confused is looking at it like a 22-minute run here. Very good job from him.
What a really, I mean, obviously the seed was amazing, but man, what a clean run too. Cabbage also doesn't have any curse. Tyler has almost half of their health missing here, which means they are one-shot. They don't have any opals or anything like that. If Mithrix hammer slams them or anything hits them like pizza, they are out. So, hey, Confused, what up?
Hello.
Congrats on first place. Congratulations.
Wait, and let's look at Cabbage's screen. He is using squid polyps with the caffeinator to kill Mithrix during pizza. This is actually crazy.
I don't think we've ever actually seen that before, I'm going to be honest.
No, neither do I. And he has taken a commanding lead over Tyler at this point. He does need to finish this out cleanly. Can always +5.
Oh, and Tyler takes a +5 there in phase 3, so it does look like Cabbage is going to take it here.
Yeah.
Any phase 4 skips, nice.
The game is getting very fast these days.
Yeah.
Very quick.
We'll see what happens on those Seeker loadouts later. Not gonna say much, but we might see some very quick runs.
And Cabbage and Tyler almost done. Unfortunately, Tyler took a few +5s there in phase 3, so Cabbage is gonna mop up second place here actually, which is exciting. Hello, Cabbage.
What's up?
Nice stage 1, by the way. You were you're the only one who found. I mean, you found like the perfect stage 1. I think. You found all 3 reds.
I assume nobody got that boomerang. I just went there for no reason.
Yeah, we were saying you took it a little bit slow there, looted a lot.
I did. Like, I didn't feel like just rushing super fast and then dying.
Yeah, you were actually behind Tyler 90% of the run, and then you caught him in the fight. And then Tyler took a couple +5s right at the end there.
Yep.
So this is the bracket as we are looking at it right now. We have Confusing Cabbage in gold, Tyler Nukowski in silver, and we're gonna see how that kind of goes here. Like it's Raymond Daniels.
It's me, baby. All right, how many reds we gonna get at the start of this bloody one?
Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, a normal amount of loot, you know.
This game's easy. Right.
But as Dan was talking about earlier, we have a lot of really cool synergies here with this loadout. Specifically freezing all the puddles, spreading all of the ice. We have Yes Chef with the ice. Like, it just kind of goes a little bit crazy. Little bit crazy. We also see a feather already on Sneck's screen, which is fantastic.
Very comfy. And all that, I didn't realize Sneck was on phase 2 boss fight already. Oh my gosh. I was too busy. Oh my lord.
Something that this loadout, specifically Oil Spill, has over Roll, by the way. It really cancels fall damage very easily. You can kind of just jump off of whatever, and it really has your back. We saw, I mean, a lot of fall damage coming off of Loadout 1 with Roll, so... And honestly, to touch on Yes Chef again, I think it's kind of underutilized, but the Yes Chef on the cleavers is fantastic for just nuking bosses. While you're using the cleavers, if you have your cleavers sit out for a little bit of time, they do more damage on the return. So there is actually like an optimal way to throw out cleavers, and it's not just clicking M1 as fast as you can, and it's not just holding M1 for a very long time. It's throwing out a cleaver, holding it for like half a second, and then once it turns red, pulling it back. You get a lot of damage, and I haven't seen anyone kind of really master that rhythm, especially when they're hopping around with Oil Spill. It's kind of like you're doing 2 different rhythms at once with 2 different hands. So it's something that I think we're gonna see be a little bit practiced over time. It's kind of like it reminds me of Retool Multi a little bit with Nail Gun. Just kind of like those little rhythms where you're not necessarily just holding or just clicking as fast as you can. You're kind of doing something in between. So I like that kind of stuff. We also see that Sneck rolled pots. I didn't actually notice that either, but
I missed. Oh, that's so disappointing. I didn't see that.
Yeah, and they also got their void key here. There's also a red on this map, and it's Sonorous Whispers in a large chest, which no one else has right now.
Yeah.
So this could be a really
in the corner.
Really huge boon for Ruddy here, actually. This could be really, really good. See, they're also playing the Shrine. You get a key out of it immediately, which is amazing for the Void Key there. So Goji is the only one with that at the moment. Fantastic.
Ooh, and they also got a bit of speed and the backup mag as well for their... Oh, now look at the Sonorous Whispers. All right, Goji. Goji's build looking pretty smick here, actually. Very smick. Safer spaces on the first key as well. In fact, you found that one straight away.
By the way, everyone does seem to have a Shrine of Shaping here. On the teleporter, it looks like Goji used theirs. I think they had it. So everyone was very aggressive with this boss fight on stage 3. Just kind of blasting through, not really caring if they die. Everyone also does have safe space, except Goji, who did not find the key box, which kind of does worry me a little bit.
Getting used to the prayer beads is so rare, but so nice. There's Snack there, see top left now. Actually getting to use 2 prayer beads.
Beautiful.
Which is nice.
I was just going to comment on that.
The ATG and the band, Faku.
Oh, beautiful. Not as good for Sneck to find that band. In fact, Sneck probably doesn't want to see any bands, right? Sneck wants to be the only one with bands in the whole race. But unfortunately, now they have to share a few bands with their opponents there a little bit. Goji seem to leave the quickest, and they're just starting the boss fight the quickest. They did hit a Shrine of Shaping before their boss here. I hope that everyone else finds that. everyone's just playing so aggressive during this teleporter because of the Shrine of Shaping, so they're not really worried. They're just kind of face tanking everything. The one thing I would say is, like, if you have watches, you really don't want to rely on that Shrine of Shaping. Specifically Faku, the only one with a watch. No, actually, Reddy has one as well. These two don't want to die, so they are playing a little bit safer. Goji finally finding their key box on stage 5, and it does have another safer spaces for them, which is really, really nice. I'm kind of worried about Goji here, though. Stage 5 teleporter, and they are really low health right now. They do have a feather trying to bounce away with their oil spill, but we'll see if they get through. Snack actually taking a +5 there during the TP there.
Yeah.
Really, really unfortunate.
Explode.
This is going to be maybe a tougher TP. We've seen, you know, everyone kind of blaze through the other stages, but they all had Shrine of Shaping in the last 2 stages. So maybe they kind of overestimated the level to which they could be aggressive safely, which is kind of like, it's like now a little bit of a switch up on them. They have to kind of got to play the game again, you know. Reddy's still not really full health here. Goji's kind of back, taking a lot of damage. Everyone is pretty much at some point had to fight outside of the teleporter. Some more than others. Snack, although dying, does finish the teleporter first and is onto the moon. You can see Snack moving their way across the moon here. They're doing some moon movements, trying to get to Soup as fast as they can and try to get their host skip. Still worried about Goji here, though. I mean, oh man, it's just getting worse and worse. It looks like they're kind of light coping here as well, just trying to get some space within the teleporter, not really worrying about wave clear as much. But I do kind of encourage them to at least kill the wisps, because this could get pretty bad pretty quick. We see Snack on their way up to the arena, still with that +5, but they are the first here, and they are ahead
by a good while.
Distance wise by a few minutes. So I think they are actually making up time for that +5. It's not as severe as it probably looks for them. I think they could definitely get a second place here pretty easily, actually. Faku and Ruddy both on the moon. I wonder how long it's going to take them to actually get up to the arena. Like I said, we still have a couple. We're losing that +5 bit by bit on this next screen, but we'll see. I'm still kind of worried about Goji. They haven't left stage 5 yet. They have finished the TP though, and they have wave cleared everything. But I'm kind of worried about their boss fight here, right? They do have another ATG, which is really nice. We look at Ruddy, who doesn't even have an ATG at all. So I'm kind of worried about Ruddy's damage going forward. Goji, I'm a little bit maybe more confident about their damage, but
they didn't find that band on stage 3 either. So they've missed a big chunk on stage 3. I'm curious to see how many people here don't let Mithrix jump, because if you're timing this stuff properly, there's no reason Mithrix ever should be jumping back to the middle.
We see Faku doing that really well, and that's the other thing I was going to mention too. This is the 3rd character in the game that actually can freeze Mithrix, right? So we're seeing Mithrix have 33% less health. We see that Snack is going the more aggressive route here as well, and just trying to freeze Mithrix as much as possible, just trying to finish it off. I know that Chef can skip phase 4 here with the cleaver. Missed it, unfortunately. Didn't hit the center there.
They were trying.
That would have been really nice. Faku onto phase 3, by the way. So it looks like Faku, unless something happens here to them, is going to take first place. They're kind of zooming, man. And Faku is in phase 4 right now. Goji is finishing off phase 1. Ready about to finish off phase 2. No one has gotten the Chef phase 4 skip today. I'm actually a little bit surprised on that. We see Faku going for the Yes Chef boost on M1 there. On the primary cleaver just to get Mithrix down, and that's it. Either way, congrats to Faku on that one. That was lovely.
Stock and Faku, slow stage 1, fast everywhere else. Works every time.
And Snack and Faku are done, so let's bring both of them in. Ooh, and Reddy does get the phase 4 skip. Love that.
So much emotion on that man's face. He's so excited. That's huge.
So excited. Hello, Faku and Snack both. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So, Snack, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because everyone's kind of zooming and no one else is really dying. Faku, congrats on the first place there, by the way, with a 29. Well, hello, Reddy. You got second place on that one, so you are going for gold. You're going to play in next loadout. You and Faku both. Snack and Goji are going to go to the 4th loadout of today. right, we're on to Loadout 3 already. We're on the winner's bracket at the moment. The first winner's bracket, we have Cabbage, Confused, Ruddy, and Faku. This is the cool one, right? Very cool. I'm not sure how this loadout ranks. This is not a loadout combination I've tried personally.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how this one's gonna go.
Not the worst one. I think having Meridian's Will with Laser of the Father is kind of not the best combination, just because you only have 4 seconds initially with the triple growth, and then it takes like 2 seconds to charge the laser fully. So just like having Laser Blast with that one is a lot better, and that's going to be the next loadout, I believe. So I think that one overall is going to be better.
We actually see Ruddy going into an AP round printer stage 1 already, which is kind of nice.
Not getting very many, only really having 2 items to put into it.
There's also a speed printer down below, which we see Confused going into, which is interesting. Which one do you think is actually better here? Yeah, it's kind of tough. I probably would go with a mix. Yeah, which is what Confused is doing, going half and half here. We do see a backup mag for Cabbage, though, which is very, very good with this loadout, so I don't really think they want to lose that. We've seen Confused get down to actually, I think, 2 health there, by the way. Barely alive, but making it through. They just have to really avoid all these Lemurians and Wisps right now. They're actually taking more of a safe approach here, which is good. Just slamming kind of around the corner there, just going from cover to cover, jumping around. Ooh. It's like they're the only one.
That teleporter item.
Ooh, Infusion. This is a really, really nice run here. Confused getting the boss down, which is amazing. They need to keep using those M2s so they can get that growth for health regen there. And they do that. Looks good. It looks like I think everyone's going to be taking this opal from the multi-shot there. I'd be surprised if Faku didn't. Also, I didn't even consider this. Everyone has a chance of getting prey on here. We have RPD on stage 3. It's one of those things you gotta remember to check your stages when you're racing to make sure that you can kind of form your run around this kind of stuff. I mean, they're so far ahead here. Usually we see players get to stage 3 at, a time where they have maybe a minute or so to get the Prion, maybe less. But we saw like Ruddy get here, or Cabbage get here, and Ruddy even 5 to 6 minutes on the clock. They've been going very fast, and this is a loadout where you can kind of just do that. We actually see prayer beads on Cabbage as well, which is very, very... I mean, we're getting all of the growth items for False Sun here. This is insane. Cabbage, though, definitely coming on top with the strongest build, though, I think, here so far. Especially as we just see more and more growth stacks kind of come into play here as the infusion kind of comes in as they farm it up. If Cabbage gets the chance to get rid of prayer beads, all this kind of stuff, we'll see kind of the M2 stacks just kind of skyrocket.
Ruddy grabbing a saw.
I think that's definitely going to be better here in their case than the Prions.
I think they're very comparable. They're both very useful at bursting down teleporter bosses, but the saw I think is just preferable mainly because of its cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, we also don't have a band to multiply off Prion here, so I would be surprised if anyone kept it. It would feel kind of like a gamble, like someone's expecting to get a band at some point.
Saw attack is a thing as well, though.
True.
Oh, that's a Lumi for Ruddy.
That's really, really good. Limited shot. I mean, on False Sun, you are going to be using your M2 pretty much constantly, and as a melee character, with the club, you can get in there and just start blasting. It's a lot better with the default secondary, but it's still really good with this one. So, especially if you have laser burst.
Everyone's pretty much on pace here.
And that
Confused and Faku a little bit ahead on this teleporter, but Ruddy and Cabbage, I have to imagine, are headed that way right now.
King Strider pretty much will die immediately here. The damage is flowing with how much growth they have. We are getting really good runs today, actually, for specifically the characters that we're playing with. We do see a band up on one of the ramps on stage 4 as well. Cabbage just picking that one up. Looks like we're on the way to stage 5 already. 2 out of our racers are on it already. We see Confused going right behind teleporter actually as well. We actually see Confused proc their transmitter here on stage 5. This teleport is kind of... Oh my god. The children bomb absolutely breaking all of the extra barrier they had left. They gotta be a little bit careful. There was a pre-spawned worm on the stage, so they were just kind of fighting 2 worms at once, and I think that kind of tripped them up with the limited space of the teleport on this one. Half of it being in a cliff. These children are kind of oppressive here. You really need to take them out quick. Jesus.
Shatterspleen from TP here.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how good that's going to be here. There's not really a lot of crit going on. Cabbage has the most crit available. Also, Cabbage getting another Lumi at the top of stage 5. And Confused, the first one to the moon. This is the second time today that they've been the first one to the moon, so playing super well today.
I think. Just grabbing a different equipment here.
Ooh, Faku grabbing wings. Confused has egg. I think we can see a skip with egg here. It's just going to take a little while, unfortunately, because we have to wait for that cooldown. But with a double dash and egg, I'm pretty sure we can do it. So, I kind of like the wings on Faku, though, dude. Well. Faku looks like they're ready to get first in the Loadout, man. Oh, it looks like Confused isn't even bothering with the egg skip, because it will just take too long. I mean, look at Faku's Mythrix fight, already more than halfway done through phase 1. Depending on what happens with Cabbage and Ruddy on how they choose to handle the moon here, Confused, despite being the first one here, could end up being the last one to leave the moon.
Faku getting some pretty consistent death marks on Mythrix here. The Lunar Ruin does count as 2 debuffs, by the way, which I have to imagine is a bug that they just haven't fixed.
Already phase 2.
Like that back in the day.
Halfway through phase 2 in the fight here for Faku. No one else is even in the fight, so unless Faku does +5, I mean, looks like they're just kind of taking this one. Cabbage just find a spot on the tree, so it's going to be a little while still. They have to wait quite a bit here. And look at that, Faku is done with phase 3 Mythrix, and no one else even in the fight at all. Ruddy and Confused entering the fight at the pretty much exact same time here. Cabbage getting into the fight just right now as well. So we have all 3 of our remaining players entering the fight right now, and only one of them is going to get the gold spot for the brackets. So Ruddy making it through phase 1, so does Confused, and then Cabbage is about to make it through right now as well. Hey, Faku.
Hello.
You got first, so congratulations. Really good work on that. It was a
like quite
21-minute run. You finished Mythrix before anyone else even started Mythrix. Yeah.
But you were not the first person.
No one found wings was the big thing on that one.
Cabbage entering phase 3, as well as Confused.
Yeah, I mean, Ruddy's about to right now. I mean, they're so close. And they're kind of swapping positions as they go, but I mean they're only really a couple seconds difference between each other, so I actually have no idea who's gonna take the gold spot here.
Very likely will come down to phase 4 skips here. Can anyone do it though? Actually,
either way, Confused is done with phase 3, actually a ways ahead of the other 2.
Yeah,
and it looks like Confused is going for the egg skip.
Gonna be out of here.
Love that. All right,
sending Cabbage and Ruddy to losers.
That's
a bit of an upset.
That is interesting, isn't it? Wow,
good job to Confused for bringing it back there. I was a little bit
I
worried
was
for them.
Very worried, man. Hey, Confused, how's it going, dude?
You qualified.
Yeah, you got second place, so you're going on to gold. Congratulations.
Holy fuck.
Made us worried there.
A little bit. So just to be clear for you guys, Faku and Confused, congratulations. You guys are going on to the last loadout of the day. Cabbage and Ruddy, you are going on to loadout number 5. I mean, just as a reminder, everyone here today is very good, but we gotta have some people getting 3rd and 4th. That's just how it goes. And the other loadouts we've seen, if you lose, hey, we can go to another loadout. We can, figure it out, but no, not anymore. We don't really have that comfort. It's
nope.
It's totally you're in or you're not. I like this laser burst a lot, and I think this. I mean, it works so well with the M2. Regardless of what secondary you have, just resetting half of your stacks is just such a wonderful thing, especially as you get growth and backup mags. It's kind of crazy. What do you think about this dash?
Can we talk about the huge? Oh, this dash is really interesting. It's gonna be like I was talking about it earlier and touched on it a bit before, but like it adds that level of engagement to survivors that they need. And it's like you said about not just holding M1. Like you can go in with crazy attack speed or crazy armor, or get like crazy speed and insane health regen. Like it's really cool to play around. I think it's a Shattering Justice. Holy,
love that. By the way, Dukowski is the first one to stage 2. Looks like they just have that
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
That Shattering Justice start wrapping that Mocha, and they're just like, hey, I'm getting out of here. We have seen some really, really fast times in the past with False Sun, so it's not something that super surprises me, but
no.
Just seeing it though is just always impressive. We have a lot more items on Tyler leaving stage 1, especially actually the most, I think. Missing out on our Chronic Expansion though. I think actually Snek is the only one who has that, which is, we'll see how much.
Stag printer, dude. Yeah,
oh,
I see.
Okay. And so
interesting.
Tyler coming out of stage 1 with the most items, actually able to use the stake printer way better than anyone, and no one else has even found it, by the way.
What a world we live in. Seeing someone full print stake and erase is crazy.
And have it be like the best thing that happens to them, right?
Right, that's wild. That's so cool.
There's gonna be, I mean, he already has multiple charges of the laser burst, which means he's gonna be dishing out so much damage so quickly here. We have a lot of lunar spikes, and we're gonna be resetting those constantly. This is really, really good.
This is gonna get to that point. You were talking about how you can just sort of synergize them so quickly, but now it's just instantaneously. Stage 2, they're gonna be spike into laser into spike into laser into spike into laser. It's just gonna be honestly continuous damage.
And there's a Prion, no surprise, getting to the Prion chest at 5 minutes and about 40 seconds for Dukowski, which is, I mean, something we usually only see with like a loader.
So I saw a message in a chat that's asked me what growth is. Growth is the mechanic special to False Sun. It is the more health-related items you pick up, the more stacks of Lunar Ruin you get. And obviously his movement speed and attack speed and armor and stuff is all based around his Lunar Spikes. So the more health you get, the more of that you have, the stronger you are.
A lot of scaling with your stake here. And Tyler is in fact going back and getting some more, which I love to see. I mean, look at how fast they're healing. Look at how fast Tyler is healing right now. After they
insane.
They got the Void Cradle. I mean, we've never seen shit like that before in Eclipse 8, unless you have like an actual like pure healing build.
That's a good point, actually. E8, that's half speed right now.
Yeah, it's
wild.
double that in Monsoon. Like, this character is insane, dude. So I think this is definitely Tyler's to lose. I would be very sad for them if they took a +5 somewhere, because they have this like huge advantage on this one that no one else has. And that being said, Dukowski is the first one into Siren's Call right now. There is a Void Seed as well. Do you think someone's gonna go for the AWU Void Seed kind of skip there, or is that kind of too out of the way?
That's, I don't know, man. In this run, if it was any other run, maybe, but this run,
yeah. Okay. I don't even think Tyler needs the red, to be honest. It would be nice to get a headset though. There is a nice Tesla coil for Dukowski though, and stage 4 in the cave. So especially on this stage, this is probably the best stage in the game to have Tesla coil in, just because you have swarms of like pretty high level larvae and jellyfish constantly. So we do have empathy cores from TP though. Looks like Snek does get AWU into the spot they wanted in. They just have to not die now. Just kind of stay safe. AWU will suffocate out.
This is, the empathy cores has really nice little touch there to like, the only issue, like as it gets scary, is obviously ads and stuff in phase 3
it's
and
a
phase
headset.
2. Oh my Lanta, it was worth it. Huh.
It was worth it.
Oh gosh.
That's very interesting.
And that focus crystal printer as well. I wonder if, I forgot about the focus crystal printer. Yeah, Tyler's definitely not going to go back for AWU. The empathy cores are kind of like, they're saying the watch printer as well. Losing stake for watch.
Do we like that?
On the foot.
I don't know. I don't want to go too many. I think that's as many as you do if you do it. I mean, obviously it's multiplying, but just losing that scaling is just also so painful. It's so painful to see State go, dude. We see Deklowski and Tyler leaving at the exact same time on a stage 5. We're seeing Goji activate Awu and then just kind of AFK. It's a kind of good way of doing it as well. And Awu is losing a little bit of damage, or losing a little bit of health here, so maybe it's working.
It's working. It's dying down there. Ooh, but
Tyler...
Goji. 07.
That's tough.
The boy found them.
Speaking of dying, I think we are losing a little bit of health here on Deklowski and Tyler. Both. Tyler lost the watches. Turns out losing them for that stake wasn't really the right call, but they are healing up so fast because of that growth. Ooh.
Help him out.
And there is a pluripotent larva right next to TP that Sneck found right before TP as well. So
interesting.
Hopefully that helps them out quite a bit there. I like Sneck using the Sail Star on the health chest right next to TP, trying to get a stake or infusion. I think that was a nice call. Unfortunately, Goji +5s again.
Anybody else.
A little bit tough.
Dang.
I don't want to call it early, but 2+5s looks pretty rough here. To get second or first place with 2+5s is, I'm not going to say unheard of, but it's going to be really hard, and you really have to hope everyone else messes up worse. But Goji does get the headset, so that's something. Maybe everyone else dies on pillars, who knows. Alright, and we can see that Tyler just barely grabbed that Plarva before leaving there. Unfortunately, Deklowski doesn't have it. I'm not sure that I don't know if they saw it or not, but either way, don't have it, so that's tough. Just want to make sure.
That 2 people without the skip. No, the first one's there, but now Snake's gonna. This is where they take over now.
Yeah. So I guess in second place, we're looking at Tyler and Deklowski. Deklowski unfortunately losing watches there at the end of the pillar segment, which is a little bit tough. Tyler in the fight now, a little bit ahead. So if we're considering Deklowski versus Tyler for second place here, I think my money's more on Tyler. Has that pluripotent larva, got into the fight faster, has way more health, and like less curse and more growth. So, yeah. That being said, I mean, I do like the Tesla coil on Deklowski there. Maybe they do kind of like, with the Tesla coil and focus crystal, kind of start to claw their way back. I don't know. It's really hard to say.
I'd love to have seen the focus crystal watches combined here against Mythic to see how much more damage it would have been.
Snack, by the way, just about to finish phase 3. We'll see if they get some sort of skip here. Looks like they're trying to set up here for something. It looks like they did not get the M1 skip that they were looking for there. They tried.
I'm actually leaning more towards Deklowski now, I think. I'm looking at that chronic expansion as well, coming into phase 2, phase 3. You can really hold that for a long time, unless they just die right now. I take it back.
Oh my god, they got down to so little health.
Snack, clean, GG. Well done.
Very well done. Deklowski unfortunately picking up a couple more +5s there. Goji playing this fight pretty clean, halfway through phase 3 at the moment. Not really using their headset though, even if they're not. Oh, Tyler +5ing, or not +5ing, sorry. They had the pluripotent larva, which is okay. Sorry. Still has time left.
Hey.
You got first place. You got gold.
What?
Oh, okay.
You kind of crushed it.
Yeah, you were kind of gaming. You were one of 2 people to get the headset, and Goji was the other one. And by the time they picked it up, they already had 2+5s. So you were the only one to skip pillars that fast and kind of get in there. So really good job.
Yeah, Tyler with a nice second place there.
Really, really cool.
In shambles.
In shambles, unfortunately.
Again, I've definitely been there. All right.
It's tough, man. Tyler, you got second. Congratulations. Goji, you got third, and Deklowski, you got fourth. I'm sorry on that one, but Goji and Deklowski, you're the 2 I'm gonna chop first today. So.
Stop saying chopped.
I can't. It's too good.
Let's go. GG's.
Let me just finish this here. So this is our first secret loadout of the day. This one's going to be really interesting, actually. This is more of kind of what the default loadout is, just with Palm Blast. And as a reminder for anyone who missed it early on, I did talk about it, but we do have a mod to fix Palm Blast. If you didn't know, Palm Blast at the moment does not scale with your level, and it does not actually crit either. So we have the lovely Gorak made a mod for it to fix it. That's a public mod, by the way. You can grab it if you want to. To go over the mechanics of this loadout a little bit, to stack your Tranquility stacks with Palm Blast, you're going to need to pierce through 3 enemies, or you just need to hit a boss enemy.
No self-revive on it either, of course.
No. So, I mean, that's what makes, part of the meditate so strong, is that you just have this insane self-revive, right? Every single stage. So it's kind of crazy. We do see a focus crystal right off the bat here. Also, to touch on Sojourn a little bit, last time we saw this in a race, it was, a little bit ridiculous. And a lot of the races just came down to only sitting in Sojourn for like 80% of the run or something like that. So I'm kind of excited to see a more active approach to Seeker here. And see, I mean, obviously repulsion armor plates are still very good and stuff like that, but I'm excited to see how it goes. For the initial House Unite Blessing, by the way, we saw the right 2 racers on our screen both take Chance Stall, and the left 2 take Focus Crystal.
Chance Stall is definitely a more long-term approach here.
Oh yeah, for sure. We also see an ATG for Cabbage, the only one who found it. Cabbage is finding a lot of loot today. Of course, there is a Crypt printer as well.
That blood shrine.
Yeah, as a reminder, you are fully invincible when you're in Sojourn, so it's free blood shrines, it's free void cradles, free everything like that. You just gotta make sure you take advantage of it with Sojourn. It's really good. Already, we kind of see very different builds across the board as well. Like, you might guess at first glance that these aren't even the same seeds to some degree already, which is kind of interesting.
Forgive me, please. That's an equipment I think has actually gotten a lot better.
Way better.
Specifically because of chronic expansion.
I agree.
You find a printer and you have like literally just one of those. That's a pretty solid build.
Also, I do want to mention we do have a couple of Rosebucklers here on the races already, which does help with Sojourn time as well. This is good. They are starting to stack up the ability to kind of stay in it a little bit longer.
And Sojourn isn't even like the good utility now.
No.
It's kind of crap compared to Reprieve.
Yeah, Reprieve is extremely powerful, and it goes extremely fast, which we'll see next loadout in the final loadout of the day.
Crazy.
We are
All
in
the abilities in that loadout, I think, are probably the preferred speed.
There is a vase here right next to TP as well that Cabbage found.
That's really nice.
Yeah, there's an electric boomerang. Look at that. I mean, also, Tyler has had that for a little bit, I guess. Just didn't notice, but Sneck also found it, so that's nice. Cabbage, though, I mean, with that vase in hand, is just saying, hey, I'm leaving. So they're already doing stage 4 Sirens teleporter here. They do... they're taking a little bit of curse here, but they are earning a lot of barrier. Hopefully everyone picks up that that equipment. I mean, no one shouldn't. Oh, there's 2 equipment barrels right next to TP. So if you only pick one and you choose the wrong one, you don't get the vase. Luckily, though, we see Tyler actually finding it here.
Okay.
Which is good. We don't see Snack finding it.
Oh my god.
Cabbage, by the way, is on to stage 5, and Tyler has a +5 here, which is really, really bad. You really are not wanting a +5 in the semi-final loadout. Oh, Ruddy had not even done TP yet when he was going around looting beforehand. I thought he did. So that actually... Ruddy's very far behind here. I mean, Cabbage is doing the teleporter stage 5. And unfortunately, I think Ruddy knows that seeing that vase there, that some people might have gone a little bit quicker already.
I'm looking at Snack and Cabbage here. Even though Snack doesn't have the vase, I think, obviously a +5 isn't great. And
+5 is a big deal.
A lot more time on this stage.
Oh, but Cabbage just earned a +5 for himself as well. So I'm kind of worried that Tyler's going to die here again. I
Cabbage
really,
getting a ban though.
really don't like this. Yep, and that is another +5 for Tyler. Unfortunately, they are our +5 leader today. And there's also a Shrine of Shaping on the stage. It's funny, because if you don't have a vase, you're probably going to end up walking by that Shrine of Shaping and saying, oh, that's free. Exactly like Snek just did right here on the way. But since you skipped the whole stage, you're never really going to see it before TP, unfortunately. So that's kind of a weird one, but that's how it goes. We see Cabbage going right up to the Mythics fight right now. We'll see how that goes. I mean, Cabbage is so far ahead, though, of Ruddy, for example, that, I mean, between the two of them, I feel like they're about on equal time, right? The +5 is just... I mean, will Ruddy get to where Cabbage is in 5 minutes? I'm not sure. Maybe.
I feel like Ruddy doesn't have time for this.
I don't think he does either. Meanwhile, Cabbage is just about to finish phase 1 of Mythics. He has been on this phase for quite a while, though. Tyler going up to start the Mythic start right now. 2 +5s, though, is kind of a big deal. Oh my god, Cabbage actually almost dying again in the Mythics fight.
Cabbage in phase 2. This is proving to be a rather slow Mythics fight for Cabbage.
Yeah, really not that much damage. Does have WTG and Band and Shuriken, but really just
have all their
stuff.
Tranquility stacks. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, Snek knows how to skip here, just using the cooldowns, slowing himself down. Doesn't look like he saw anything as Soup. He's pinging, but Sermon with Dagger. There's a white Soup in the corner. Puzzling Fungus. Kind of cool. Just waiting for those unseen hand stacks to come up. Cabbage does get a phase 4 skip here.
Nice.
Making him the first person to finish. It doesn't mean he's going to get first necessarily. We don't know. But I would not be surprised, though, to see Snek and Cabbage grab the 2 gold spots on the Loadout, though. Tyler is kind of starting phase 3 at the moment. Ruddy is just checking out Soup, actually, a little bit.
Or, yeah. He's entered the fight. Or has he?
Now he's in the fight. He's good.
Okay.
Snek doing phase 2 of Mythics right now. Hello, Cabbage.
So it's like, I'm a loser, right?
We don't know.
No, I think...
No, I meant in general.
Oh, sure. But we think you might get
No,
gold here, actually.
I think
So-
you're pretty much guaranteed to qualify.
Got it. That was sick.
Ooh, nice phase 4 skip by Tyler there, actually, with the hand. Very nice.
That's a really good one, yeah. That's good.
Unfortunately, a 2 +5s, though, means, I mean, with a 39-minute he's going to have here, it's Snek entering phase 4 right now.
Going for the hand skip there. Missing.
Almost got it.
I thought they would have done it.
Hand skip is kind of precise, but it does work, I think.
It feels like most all of the new skills of the new characters just happen to phase 4 skip Mythics, which is interesting. Only thing I'm worried about here is these Solus probes. Don't want to get lasered. Please stop getting lasered.
Oh yeah, this is when a phase 4 skip was completely necessary, because with empathy cores, it's like, you know...
Please stop getting
He
lasered.
just needs to not die here.
Oh my god.
That's good that he avoided dying then.
Bringing Snek right now.
Hey.
You got second on that one, so you're going to the last loadout. Congratulations. It's you and you and Cabbage going into the finale with Faku and Confused.
Yo, any seekers?
Ooh, any
Seeker of the Storm?
Good luck, everybody. All right, here we go. This is the finale of the tournament today. This is the one I am personally most excited for, obviously. I mean, you gotta be, right?
Absolutely. It's a shame I lost my 1 Australian, but I got 1 more Australian in the fray. Team Confused all the way.
You still... Alright, you're going for Confused. I actually do think that Confused has a really good shot to win, just because of how much they've actually practiced this one. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Confused got an itemless Seeker run. Took him 22 minutes to do that.
On this loadout, actually.
On
So,
this exact loadout.
Yep.
So, it's going to be fast.
It's just like everything about it. The orbs are just like so good at damage. They're so good at keeping you alive. Reprieve makes you go so fast. It has AoE, it has utility, it pulls, like... And then Meditate with actually decent damage now, but more importantly, a free revive.
Like, hover over that resonance disc for a second.
It's really funny. Fuck is the only one that kind of went for it, which is really funny. Snack already on to stage 2, by the way. Just absolutely just sending it right now. Look how fast you can get to the teleporter from when you spawn in. Actually, Cabbage taking the Resident Disc as well. I think I would have taken the Opal, personally.
And this is, don't blink for this one, guys. This one is going to be over very, very quickly. This loadout is insane for going fast.
Looking ahead at the stages here as well, we have Sulfurpool's next, Grove, and then Helminth. Do any of these like really pose a problem for this loadout either? I mean, you look at everyone's health bar and it's pretty much full barrier. It's like what Aegis wish it could be, you know? And they don't even have anything, man. It's kind of interesting to see.
Snack out with 3 items? Did I see 3 items?
3 items.
They have 3 items.
One you don't need stage. Items.
Hell yeah.
I don't even think they grabbed anything last stage, did they? They're not really grabbing anything this stage either. They're just kind of fucking going.
Jesus.
I mean, the big thing.
You can do this really fast.
The big thing we're looking for here are items that directly affect Mithrix, right? We're not looking for AoE or anything that much because we can kind of just deal without it, you know. So we're just looking like, okay, if we can just get a few items, just get things that allow me just to chunk Mithrix down, then I'll be happy. Again, the way this tournament is going to work, whatever placement happens at the end of this loadout is the placement of the overall tournament. Whoever gets first in this tournament is first place in the tournament. Second, third, fourth, etc. I think we're going to see a lot of people maybe get the nerves. What do you think? I think nerves might hit. We've been playing all day. We've been live for 3 hours. And it's kind of cool to see. I mean, all of these guys want to win, right? No one wants to lose the tournament, but especially Sneck and Confused, I think they have a real drive for it as well. I mean, they're the 2 of the newest racers, and they're like, we wanna get a tournament win.
Look at Sneck though, 5 items on the stage floor. They're gonna be able to tank a lot with these items on their side. I don't know, 12 of those minutes on the stages, and then 10 of that was on Mithrix. So
Daniel,
Baku. Yes.
We have a +5 on Faku, man. That is tough.
The very strong contender now, right on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, again, Faku is one of the best racers that we've ever seen. So to have Faku have a +5, I mean, that gives all these other guys such a chance.
Just looking at all the health bars of the other guys, there's just so much barrier all the time.
That being said, though, like I was saying earlier, I think nerves are here. They're not going to have a Shrine of Shaping every stage like they did last time, and I think, especially in the Mithrix fight, I think we might see some people eat a pizza. I'm actually surprised.
That elite golem there.
Sneck was the first one to get to the stage and has such a low charge on the teleporter and has no items from getting here. It looks like Confused is now taking the lead here with more of an item build as well. It is a big deal.
I was totally confused before this, and I was like, surely you just treat this like your itemless run, but just get what's on the way, right? Like, yeah, basically, essentially that. And that's exactly what they're doing. Just treating it essentially like the same speed they were doing with itemless, just picking up a few things on the way. Sneck, I guess, tried to do the same thing, but it's just gone on even less items. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely starting to turn around now to go Confused way. On Helminth by 9 minutes. This is loaded right now.
That's so crazy. Dude, it's so crazy.
I'll be looting stage 2 still, man.
Though we see Faku is leaving stage 4 still ahead of Sneck is the last one in stage 4. For the first one going into it, I'm actually surprised they were really pulled away from the TP that long. They just had a tough teleporter sequence. Now they're starting to loot a lot more here. They're like, all right. That was enough fun. Right? Let's get some stuff. And here they go. They're on the moon already at 11 minutes 30 seconds. They're going to be on the moon. That's crazy. And look at that. Cabbage actually got there first, 11:12 on the moon. I wasn't even looking, but yeah, look at that. Impressive. I think it's going to be hard for Sneck to catch up at this point for going so fast so early. I think they were just missing out on a few of the early items that were helping so much. Look at how fast you just go up, man. And then you can stall and meditate in the air. Just wait for Reprieve to come back.
The speed is crazy.
Yep, and that's a pillar skip. That's how it goes. This is really close, man. Either of these guys could take the win right now. I mean, actually, anyone
They
can.
had the same build, like nearly identical.
I guess looking at the item differences between Cabbage and Confused, we do have Chronic Expansion as well on Confused, which Phase 3 will end up doing a lot more damage.
Yes, absolutely. I didn't see that.
We have, I mean, most of the rest is the same, but I mean, I guess it comes down to, can Confused make good use out of that Chronic Expansion enough to actually get the lead here? Because Cabbage is in Phase 2 right now. Actually, Cabbage notably is like 20 seconds ahead. We are seeing actually...
That is good damage on that Meditate.
Yeah, look at that. We actually saw a combat Meditate there, which you would have never seen before on previous Seeker. But actually, that was pretty good.
Taking over again. They're just playing better. I mean, they're just playing so much more aggressive.
They're really just going. And not only does Confused have an elephant here, he has another life that Meditate self-revive there. So he has a lot of margin of error to work with. So we'll see.
It's crazy. Have we got Seeker competing for loader time? Like, our best loader time is like 15 minutes or something, right?
Yeah. And we're close.
That's crazy. What a world we live in.
I'm looking at the Cranston difference, but I'm also looking at Cabbage actually maybe catch up here. The time difference between them is 20 seconds, and Cabbage actually could catch up right now. Cabbage is being very aggressive during Pizza as well, which Confused was not doing. That might be the difference. Does get a Phase 4 skip, though, for Confused. We'll see if Cabbage gets one. That's pretty big.
Holy. Cabbage has to get that now. Like, they have to, or else they lose.
Looks like they're going for it. Oh, they get knocked out of the Phase 4 skip. And you can see Cabbage say GG in chat there.
I think that's it.
It comes down to the small things sometimes, and that might have just been it. That's crazy. It's going to be like an 18-minute time for Seeker. So if anyone was really doubtful of the power of our new survivors after this update, I hope this was an eye-opener for you on this one, especially with Seeker. I know that a lot of people were thinking like, oh, Seeker's probably not that, I mean, it's just Seeker, like whatever. Especially this loadout, they're probably like, you know. But man, oh man.
It's crazy.
Hey, Confused, what up?
Hello.
Welcome in.
You won the tournament! Congratulations, dude. Fucking high five.
That's wild.
Huge.
You beat Cabbage twice, dude.
Nice.
You beat him twice.
Three times!
Really good job,
that was
dude.
clinical, dude. That was insane to watch.
Hello, Cabbage. Second place.
Yeah. Was it the Phase 4 skip? Did that matter?
It was the Phase 4 skip entirely.
Okay, yeah. I missed my soldier and I overshot. I don't know.
Anyway, regardless, GG to all you guys today. It was awesome to watch. Thanks for everyone else who played in this tournament as well. I'm sure you guys are all watching around everywhere else. Goji, Tyler, Deklowski, and Ruddy. GG to you guys too. Seriously, congrats on the Giga win, Confused. Very cool. You got a tournament win under your belt. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week for some more Gauntlet racing. And until then, bye. Have a good one. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Chad.
Bye. Bye-bye.